Take the moment and click the fucking button. It would help us a lot. Yeah. Thanks.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Hello, and welcome to the 12 Days of Bimsmas. We've got a whole heap of great reviews coming your way. Some are movies, some are games, and only some are plagiarized. I've decided to start things off with the most obscure Christmas movie I could find. I went straight to the list on Wikipedia, and one title in particular caught my eye. Mr. Krueger's Christmas. Now that sounds badass. I bought the DVD immediately, but I have to say, this is the worst DVD cover I have ever seen. It's so basic. I had Montana whip up an alternative. Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. Oh wait, this movie's made by the Mormon Church. I better not swear. Anyway, this movie stars the great Billy Stewart as Willie the janitor. He lives a life I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. He is widowed and has no kids. Could you imagine that? His only companion is his cat, George. I can only guess he's named after George Bailey. He's alone on Christmas, so he falls asleep to a Christmas record and dreams that he's conducting a choir. He wakes up, but his imagination still gets the best of him as he daydreams about having any companionship at all. He invites some carolers into his home, but they seem creeped out and leave in a hurry. Willie has another fantasy. This time he meets baby Jesus himself. He has an emotional heart-to-heart talk with him. I guess of all the people you could confide your feelings with, Jesus would top the list. Stewart gives an excellent performance here.
You're my closest, my finest friend, and that means that I can hold my head high wherever I go. Thank you.
Back in reality, a caroler returns to Willie's house. It turns out her daughter Clarissa left her mittens there. The girl invites Willie to sing with them. He of course goes along. Now, this is a nice movie and all. Billy Stewart really makes you feel for his character within the 25-minute runtime. It's almost as tear-jerking as the dragon in my dreams, which was 9 minutes. But I have to ask, where's Freddy Krueger? The Nintendo game promised us that Freddy was coming, so where the hell is he? The title is a complete lie. I mean, Willie has a dream about a choir. Freddy should have killed him there. Oh well, I guess the real horror is loneliness. But at least the film has a happy ending.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Think back to the end of the 90s. The Matrix and Star Wars The Phantom Menace came out. Awful musicians like Smash Mouth or The Hit Thing and Warner Brothers made a kick-ass animated film called Iron Gin. That movie was great, but it didn't perform well in the box office. And a few years later, alleged comedian Adam Sandler of all people hired many of the same animators to work on an absolutely terrible Christmas film called A Crazy Nights. Oh, pardon me, it doubles as a Hanukkah movie, because the film won't stop fucking reminding you that it's also Hanukkah.
And Hanukkah's 8 nights too long.
By the way, happy Hanukkah, assholes. Now we've all seen this type of Christmas movie plot before. A guy looks like an asshole goes through a series of strange events and learns about the Christmas spirit and stops being an asshole at the end, right? Well, darling, assholishness is buried up to 11 because our protagonist is completely horrible, not even in a funny way. And Sandler plays both Dicko Davy and his basketball mentor Whitey, who should be a 1-minute gag character but talks the most in the entire movie. He has the most grating voice Sandler can pull off, and is written to be the most repulsive freak with a heart of gold. He's really fucking hairy like that one slob that tries talking to me sometimes, but being nice doesn't stop me from wanting to punch the garbage out of him. People shit on me for watching movies made with the subtitles, but doing that with this movie makes it genuinely better. Don't get me started on the horse product placement. It's so in your face the products get their own musical number. did I not mention that this is a musical? Oh yeah, this is where Adam Sandler can flex singing ability.
Launch the missile now!
Let's talk about the jokes. We got a funny gross out of Homer. Homer having seizures. And swearing being a punchline.
If I decide to wash my ass with your monogram towel.
That's a technical foul. Please say honey.
Okay, full disclosure, you know me, the Bimster loves him some pew-poo jokes, and there's a scene where deer shit themselves laughing, and that gets the Beam's funny shit joke approval. I really can't figure out who this movie was made for. It's too vulgar and sexual for kids, annoying and immature for adults, and most teenagers in the 90s didn't give a fuck about animation. Oh, and the movie sucks too, so that didn't help. The only people I feel bad for were the animators. Shitty and Sandler can go eat deer shit. Adam Sandler was never funny. Happy Christmas, Merry Hanukkah. Fuck you, fuck me, I'm gonna go more shit on my ceiling. And if you don't like it, then eat my whole ass.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Over the past few years, many people have asked me to share nostalgia for The Simpsons. I mentioned before that I've never seen a single Simpsons episode in my entire fucking life. Wait a minute, I can hear you. You're saying James Rolfe saw the whole first season, not just the first episode, but just a remainder. And Bamesy the Rolfe, not the asshole. Alright, back to the video. Well, I'm usually an honest person, but this time I lied to you. The truth is that I saw the first episode, Simpsons roasting on open fire. I didn't like it, so I stopped watching the series after one episode. So I missed a lot of moments from The Simpsons. I don't even know what steam hams means. I know I'm an educated blockhead. But now I revisited the first episode and decided to review it just for you. The first episode of The Simpsons roasting on an open fire is an American family-friendly comedy Christmas animation TV episode made by Video Silverman in 1989. During Christmas, The Simpsons run out of money because Homer's boss didn't give him Christmas bonus.
No Christmas bonus, I refuse.
And the saved money went to remove Bart's tattoo. Homer need to buy a present for his family to have a Merry Christmas. That's the story in a nutshell. You know me, I'm usually an honest person, but this is the second time when I have to lie to you. I'm not gonna review this episode. Instead, I share my experience with you. At first I thought, why does the series start with a Christmas special episode? This is bullshit. After a while I started thinking about something else. I'm looking for the answer to the question. Why do I like this episode more than before? Probably because there are things that you appreciate more as an adult. I realized that this episode is about me. Homer's suffering to make his family's life better represent me how I suffer with this shitty videos. Pay mo bills and put food on the table. Here's mo wife, mo kids, mo pet. Ned Flanders reminds me of Red Letter Media.
Look there, Bamsy, our channel.
It's
too bright.
I can never surpass that channel. Mr. Burns is Big Ryan, a horrible boss who running an unavailing company. Barney is Tubby from Smack the Boobies, who is a drink bait of Homer. Penny and Selma represent the members of the Cinemassacre Truth subreddit.
You are to blame for the decline of the Cinemassacre.
I have to put up with them without sending them to hell. Most slack is Frankie from Red Cow Arcade.
I know you're blaming yourself for your bad reputation, but don't worry, it is your fault.
The Simpsons represent everybody. The Simpsons represent our family. The Simpsons represent our society. The Simpsons represent us, American people. The only difference is that our skin is not yellow. Though overall it's better than I remembered. It wasn't good, but I like it. Now, I gotta travel back in time to remind somebody to watch The Simpsons. He also acted similarly to me. I'm gonna visit my twin, young James Rolfe. It's true that time travel is a bit complicated, but if I manage to publish more biography, anything could be possible. How will I travel back in time? Good question. I'm gonna use the technique of self-hypnosis that I saw in a movie. I forget which one. Whatever, see you next time. I'm Bimsy the Ralph. I'm on my couch. I'm going to travel to 2004 when James Rolfe made the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde video. Back to 2004 when James Rolfe made the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde video. The first one. I'm Bimsy the Ralph. I'm on my couch. I'm going to travel to 2004 when James Rolfe made his first The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde video. I'm Bimsy the Ralph. My life is in such rings that I have to drink alcohol. It must be good for you because you're sitting here all day looking at me with those funny A's. Which of us blinks first? Hella James Rolfe. Who the hell are you? I don't in my circle of friends. I'm your twin from the future. I didn't know that I have a twin. No time to explain that. I came to force you to watch more Simpsons episodes. I only watched the first one and left most the other. But I heard that you finished the first season. Around 15 years ago, it was boring with stock characters. How many seasons does The Simpsons have in your time? Around 34, and there's more to come. Why would a series take so long like this? It doesn't make any sense. Hugh, I don't have to watch all 34 seasons, right? Of course not. Only the best ones. I missed this opportunity. Don't you like me? You're giving up a whole lot of fun if you stop watching it. Though not every episode will be great or good, but every now and then I would be good to sit down to watch another one. Now with my alleged twin, you convinced me. I watched the best Simpsons seasons, but I need to sober up yet. Then write any series which seasons I should look at. Now get me out of my room, this is my private place. Go be my twin. By James. And don't let your laziness affect your career. You know, teddy bear. What if I just hallucinated that good? Let's look around among my dudes. The Simpsons Golden Age. Oh, I found it.
Later that night.
Well, according to my twins ECMEs, the Golden Age of The Simpsons are between season 3 and 8. Luckily, I have enough time to watch these episodes on my new Xbox. Let's pick up the Xbox remote controller and check it out.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
While I was going through my homemade video store to find some fitting material for the holidays, and this little DVD case in the back. It's for a movie from 1997 called The Door to Phantomile. Looking at the case, never heard of this before, and it seemed like it's not really meant for a heretic like me, but I'll give this one a shot. Maybe more kids will like it, or maybe there'll be a hidden Christmas gem. So the movie starts with a confusing opening monologue. I can't see my dreams. I can clearly remember those damn dragons, chill duck running away from them every night. After that monologue, the plot begins. We follow this strange-looking young boy named Klonoa. I probably mispronounced that, but anyway, he's taking a nice stroll through the woods, until suddenly something comes falling down from the sky. Turns out, it's a gigantic ring. Having trouble to pull it out, this weird sentinel creature who proclaims he's called Pow. What's with these hard to pronounce names? Anyway, the blue orb jumps out of it. Seemed like the two become great friends rather quickly, and run back to Klonoa's hometown, the Wind Village. But as they go about to enjoy their day, another thing comes falling down from the sky, and the two kids go out to investigate it. Along the way, they run into a strange, middle-aged man named Balu, who is obsessed with a young man named Lefis. Creepy. Eventually, they reach the top of the mountain. Here they find this weird clone creature called Joker. Not that Joker, Joko, with an A, and of a nation mask were called Geddes, or Geddy to be more accurate. Turns out the thing that crashed into the mountain was a girl flying an airplane, the very same one that Balu was raving on about. Geddes kidnaps Lefis and disappears into thin air. Klonoa and Hupa try to confront the clone for some information, but he eventually gets scared and escapes. Turns out something was hidden in the bell, a pendant, which these two shortly find out afterward. They take it home to Klonoa's grandpa, who reveals it's a moon pendant, asking the kid to journey over to the Forest of Forlock to find a woman simply called Granny to ask her for more information regarding this mystical pendant. Well, basically, it's a save a damsel in distress story while the villains are hunting down the plot device and the heroes are trying to get the upper hand on them before they find out where the plot device is. For what reason are they doing this? I don't fucking know. And the fun only begins. They find out the forest is dying, eavesdrop on a soldier for some information on another kingdom close by named Jabba, find out the cause of the dying forest is from a waterfall is flowing backwards. Save a fish named Carl and then turn the king of Joppa into fish's mother Pamela. No, not that Pamela, you silly fuck. And turn them both back to normal. Making their way through Forlock again, some hilarity ensues with the locals. And finally they reach the top of the mansion, where the two find Joker trying to interrogate Granny for some more information. He escapes like a coward again, and Granny gives some interesting lore on the world about a legend where Dark Spirit was about to return, using the pendant to open the door to the Moon Kingdom, and that a strange traveler of dreams plays a part in it. I wonder who that is. But oops, she's been eavesdropping on them the whole time. Now it's a race against time. Yo, now this is where the story gets relatable. Okay, I have to stop here for a second. I only just told you about the plot so far and joked a bit around. Honestly, I'm getting quite a kick out of this. Sure, the plot is basic, but it's visually stunning. Its art style is like a comic book come to life. So complaints though. One is that the movie has this strange fictional language and pretty low quality audio. But that's fine by me, because remember, this is a movie from the 90s. It was normal. Plus, I mostly watch movies with subtitles on anyway. And tell, what exactly makes this a Christmas movie? It looks like it takes place in summer or spring, or I don't know, maybe we'll see soon enough. Here is where things get interesting. While he's in a hurry, we get this montage of some eerie ruins from a lost kingdom or something. There's nothing here except dead grass, abandoned buildings, fog, and the looming silence. As a curator of film, this really grabs me, and I can't help but think of 9/11. But back to the montage. Klonoa rides over the streams of water and... Wait, is that ice? Oh my god, it is. More than enough to call this a Christmas movie. Oh, thank God. Anyway, where was I again? Oh, So Klonoa finally returns home on time, and... He was too late. Well, I'm okay. I didn't expect this kind of turning point for a kid's movie. Okay, I'm gonna stop memeing around here. This shit is getting serious. So his house got blown into fucking pieces, and Grandpa slowly dies in Klonoa's arms. Holy shit. Filled with grief and not knowing what to do, Pamela shows up to pick them both up, using magic to fly, giving keys to Joker and Geddes. They end up on the Temple of the Sun and climb their way to the top, but it's already too late. Geddes goes on a monologue about how this is all part of a revenge plan before abandoning Joker and disappearing. Well, what an asshole. I can't imagine ever screwing your friend over like that. Hurt by this, Joker finally engaged directly with Klonoa, and the two brawl it out. Klonoa beats the absolute shit out of Joker, but it's already too late. The Moon Kingdom gets awakened. Klonoa almost snaps and they give chase after the Moon Kingdom. Here we find out who is a prince of said kingdom who disguised himself. Well, the Klonoa is just fine with that. And soon we find out that Lephis' body is used as a vessel for a weird-looking egg named the Nightmare Crystal, and that Gaddies is summoning a monster called Nahadim through it. Klonoa beats Gaddies up and kills him. Well, that was easy. But unfortunately for everyone, it still hatches. Alright, a real Japanese monster. You know I'm all about cages. So, ancient cannons on Rainbow Road, they strike the monster from all sides. To failed attempts later, and they finally got him down. Klonoa shoots Upao and Nahadim on his request, and the monster fucking explodes. Now that's what I like to see. Upao is revealed to have survived, and the two return back to the Wind Village. I still feel awful about Grandpa's death, but yeah, at least the movie's ended on a good note, right? Wait, what did he say? Did he just say he doesn't really exist? Is that what this movie was all about? Then what about those memories that he had at the start of the movie? Oh my god, it all makes sense now. Klonoa was this strange dream the entire time, and it was achieved by him. Upao was just faking their friendship all this damn time. It makes sense why he was acting a bit strange at the end. And then Upao reveals that Lephis is going to sing a song to restore the world, but Klonoa is going to be pulled from its existence. Holy shit. And now he suddenly cares after everything he's done. Man, do you not feel completely torn about this? But of course, it's all inevitable. The world is restored, and with that, Upao just looks over the horizon, and then the credits crawl. Why did I think this would be a kid's movie, or a full Christmas movie? I just thought it would feel so jolly, but now, I just feel empty inside. Maybe because of the box that I figured this would be a great Christmas movie. It just looks so cold yet inviting. Even more so for the European DVD cover. Name it. Well, whatever. Even if this movie killed me inside, The Door of Phantomile is a masterpiece. Great acting, great soundtrack, great visuals, great story, just great everything. And apparently this game of a movie was directed by none other than Hideo Shizo, the same genius who directed the hit video game for the NES, Ninja Gaiden. Isn't it funny how he went on to do a movie after such a great video game? What? What are you talking about, caveman? No? Is that what this is? Hold on, I need to check. Okay, just one Google search gave me much porn for some reason. That aside, this was a fucking video game the entire time, but how? This is movie quality. It was just that, dude. You think I'd waste my time on this if I knew it was a video game? Who did you take me for? I'm a curator of film. I made 500 movies. You don't think I know? What the fuck is wrong with you? I plagiarized my monster madness, but that doesn't make me any less a favorite. You are just a bunch of cats. You want me to suffer.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Merry Christmas out there to all my fans. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Christmas classic. One that is perfect to watch on Christmas morning as you snuggle up with the kids and a cup of hot cocoa. That is the 2015 indie Christmas film Tangerine, directed by Sean Baker. But wait, is this really a Christmas movie? Let's find out. The film is set on Christmas Eve in Santa Monica Boulevard, who follows Cindy, a sex worker who has just been released from serving over a month in jail. She meets her best friend Alexandra, donut shop on Christmas Eve, and while mowing down on some donuts, Alexandra reveals that Cindy's boyfriend and pimp Chester has been cheating on her, the cis woman, since she's been away.
And you mean to tell me that he's been out here cheating on me with fish? Yeah.
This puts Cindy into vengeful rage, and she sets out to find Chester.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Left alone, Alexandra meets up with a cab driver named Raznik. They do the hanky-panky in a car wash right before she's set to perform on stage at a bar. He pays her and he heads back home to eat Christmas dinner with his family. Now that's a wholesome family, man. I almost want to end this review right now. Cook up some food for my family, but I have a job to do. Let's keep going. We cut to Cindy, who finds the woman Chester cheated with named Dana and takes her hostage to help find him. But she suddenly remembers she's late for Alexandra's performance, so she drags Donna along to the show, but they ran out of time.
Clap for her. Woo! Yeah, girls, that's right. She did that. Okay. Yeah.
Cindy, Alexandra, and Donna go to the donut shop, where Cindy finds Chester and confronts him. He insists Donna means nothing to him, and reveals he also slept with Alexandra when she was away in jail.
What didn't she tell you? She didn't tell you that me and her was knocking it 3 weeks ago? You get my ass thrown out of motherfucking donut time.
Feeling broken, Cindy leaves and tries to pick up some clients, but they throw piss in her face and drive away shouting slurs.
Oh my God.
Merry Christmas, you girly girl. Girly girl.
I feel you there, sister. Alexandra consoles her and brings her to the laundromat to clean her clothes and wig it, but also gives her her own to wear while they wait. The movie ends with them realizing all they really need is each other. Right off the bat, I have to say this is my first
LGBTQ+
experience, and you know what? It's pretty cool. I can see why it's so popular. This movie is insanely well done. It is a fast-paced and vibrant film, which makes you root for the main characters who are both hilarious and heartbreaking, and shows the beautiful yet awkward sides of being human. Typically in movies of the past, character types like these were mainly used as one-off jokes.
I'm a gender-challenged male.
What does that mean?
Oh, dude, you're a dude!
I'm not just talking about characters who are
LGBTQ+,
but also those who are sex workers.
D, give me a I, give me a C, give me a... All right, I got it.
It was wrong then and it's wrong now. But in Tangerine, Sean Baker has told a story that really humanizes these characters and makes you invested in the situation and the drama they find themselves in. The main leads have great chemistry and bounce off each other so well. This was also the actor's first time acting in a feature film. Wait, I mean actress. No, I mean actor. Oh, actress.
Actor or actress. Actor or actress. Actor, actress. Actor, actress. Actor, actress. Actor, actress.
Oh.
You must promise me that there's not going to be any drama.
I promise no drama, Alexandra.
The movie was shot on a budget of $100,000, mostly going to the crew and the locations which play a vital part in the film. One really cool thing they did to help save on money was the decision to shoot the film with a goddamn iPhone 5s. Like holy shit, iPhone 5s. They pimped the phone out by recording with a third-party app for better settings, well as an anamorphic lens adapter and a Tiffin Steadicam. Something kind of like this. Wait, is that Yin Kazi? Get your tight pants the fuck out of here, you asshole. Like I was saying, this just goes to show you no matter what kind of equipment you use or methods used to make it, as long as you understand story and the characters, you will succeed. I mean, just ask me. I based my movie around the hero's journey. And I also shot my movie on location in Hollywood. See, I told you it was a good idea, you fuckers. So again, is this really a Christmas movie? Well, who are you to fucking judge? It wants to be a Christmas movie, then let it be one. You fucking bigots. It's not affecting you, hater. So definitely check this one out this holiday season with the whole family. Alright, bye-bye and happy holidays.
LGBTQ+. It's all over the place, really.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
It's a pussy.
You gotta... Get the fuck out of my car. Give me my money.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
It's that time of year again. The weather keeps getting colder, the days are becoming shorter, and soon the holidays will be here. Yep, you know what that means. It's time to review some shitty winter or religious themed games. Except this time I'm going to be reviewing an unmemorable crossover episode that I filmed way back in 2007. That's right, you guessed it. I'm talking about a very nerdy non-canonical Captain S Christmas.
Captain S and the angry video game nerd will join forces.
Who? Captain S? Captain Suck?
To save Christmas.
I know, some of you may be thinking, who the fuck is Captain S?
What do you want me to do? Who is this Captain S? Captain
The New Adventures of Captain S was a short-lived web series. It only ran for one season. It was a parody of an old Saturday morning cartoon called Captain N, the Game Master, but with fundamentals from teen sitcoms of the same era. The main character enters a warp zone through his TV to the realm of Videoland, equipped with an NES zapper and controller. The hero teamed up to fight evildoers with characters from the video game worlds of The Legend of Zelda, Mega Man, Castlevania, Punch-Out!, Metroid, and even the adventures of Billy, to name a few. Conversely, Captain S was primarily based on Sega games, and utilized a cast of real-world characters. Brett Vanderbroek played Captain S. His show was being featured on Screw Attack during the same time AVGN was. Do you remember him from the AVGN roast?
These guys told me to make a gay joke about you, but I thought that would be offensive, so I wrote a +2 comedy gay joke. Brent Vanderbroek is so deep in the closet, he's having adventures in Narnia.
Wait a second. Haven't I heard that somewhere before?
James, without a doubt, you are one of the most driven, hardworking men I've ever met. You do the work of a team of people. Thank you for helping, for being living proof that not everyone in our generation is a lazy, apathetic slacker.
Fuck me. That did not age well, Brett.
This is like the bargain bin at the dollar store of roast panelists. The only sadder lineup is the place you go to register as a sex offender.
He's Captain S, and he is one hell of a guy. He's Captain S. Be glad that he is on our side.
So the episode begins with Santa Claus being kidnapped by the Game Genie into Videoland. Meanwhile, I'm reviewing the abomination that is Home Alone for the NES.
Oh, and you can moonwalk. I guess Macaulay Culkin spent a little too much time with Michael Jackson.
Suddenly, the nefarious Game Genie villain sucks me into the damn game. They fucked up now. The nerd's gonna be in their essays.
Alright, can't climb the stairs. I'll hide behind the bed. My head sticks out. This is retarded. How on earth am I supposed to hide from these lunatics when I can't run? I can't climb the stairs, and when I hide behind the bed, my freaking head sticks out. Ah,
Are they censoring me in this video? Nobody tells me anything. On the bottom of the totem pole, the ball's on the dick. Captain S and friends are busy decorating the Christmas tree.
Get them while they're hot!
Did you see that motherfucker's shit-eating grin? It isn't long before Captain S gets wind of what happened to Santa.
Santa Claus is being held captive in Videoland.
No one gets between me and fourth quarter releases. I'm on this.
Take off! His search leads him to where I'm being held captive along with some fake Santas in Wrath of the Black Manta.
You're looking at Videoland's one and true defender, Captain S.
Aren't you a little too short to be playing hero?
Jeez, that's gratitude for you. You gotta be the angriest guy I've ever heard.
Well, I'm the angry video game nerd. That's kind of my thing.
I guess I showed him who is top cock around here. After an argument about which way we should go to find Santa, Captain S comes running back to me like a pussy ass. Reluctantly, we decide to work together.
I guess I'm gonna come along, but I gotta get a weapon.
Alright, fine. You can borrow my zapper.
It's a light phaser.
What?
It's a... Never mind.
Making our way through the game world, we finally arrive at the end. To find Santa Claus being used as a body shield for the Game Genie's henchman Ness. We throw everything that we've got at him, but it isn't until Santa hits him with his big blue sack that he is defeated.
If you believe in the spirit of Christmas, things will always turn out okay.
You know what? You're right. I will. Oh!
Santa's got a brand new bag of pain!
Give it up for the spirit of Christmas.
Kind of a cheesy way to end it, but hey, I didn't write it. Next, the three of us are worked back out of the game to be received by Captain S's friends. We make a holiday toast with our celebratory drinks, but I'll be damned if they didn't censor me again.
Happy holidays! Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas. What?
You've been a very naughty boy!
But what the hell? The bastard's plans were thwarted, and we saved Christmas. This scene is a tie into my classic, An Angry Nerd Christmas Carol, which are released at holiday season. As fate would have it, this was the final episode of the new adventures of Captain S. But the nerd lived on. The nerd lives forever. Merry fucking Bimsmas.
Fucking shit! Of the asshole-ish variety.
For today's episode, we are going to check out something brand new for a change. I built up the courage and actually left the house. I went to the movie theater to see Violent Night, which just came out. The movie was about 2 hours long, and I was really starting to miss Mo Kids. I was gone for so long, but luckily I pushed through and was able to finish the movie. And since the movie just released, I won't spoil much of the plot. From the director Tommy Wirkola of the Dead Snow films, Violent Night stars David Harbour from Stranger Things fame, playing the titular character, Santa Claus, who is delivering presents on Christmas night. He stops at a huge mansion owned by a wealthy family, who is currently having a big Christmas party, when suddenly the catering crew turn out to be a group of mercenaries, held the family hostage for ransom.
You have $300 million in your personal vault. That's what I want for Christmas.
Santa is now caught up in the drama and decides to help save the family by taking out the mercenaries one by one, as they are all on his naughty list.
They're naughty. And what do you do to the naughty ones?
I give them a lump of coal.
Yeah, give them their lumps.
Now that premise alone is Oscar worthy, and the movie definitely does deliver, but at the same time it feels like it denies its premise to its full potential. Either way though, it is still a fun as hell movie. It's a great mix of both Die Hard and Home Alone, with action scenes that are both hilarious and hard-hitting. Not only is the violence fun, but the movie actually delivers that hurt and Christmas spirit, which is the most important. I just wish the action and the drama were balanced a bit better. It's also nice to finally see a movie where it's the real Santa Claus kicking people's asses, and not some random guy in a Santa suit. So, definitely check this one out this holiday season. I can see this one being a new Christmas classic in the future. Okay, bye-bye you fuckers.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
This is one of the most controversial games of all. More violent than Mortal Kombat. More full, repulsive than Doom. It's banned in 14 countries and blacklisted in America. This game does not care. The game is called Postal. Could you imagine what is it about? I'm going to hazard an assumption and say this is about the adventures of Santa and Rudolph the red fucking nosed deer. It's saying all kids, so it should be alright to show forage, I guess. The earth is hungry. It sure sounds like someone is hungry, or having intense diarrhea. And why the fuck is the sun trembling around? Is it drunk too? I think I might have had too many Rolling Rocks.
Now you'll never get that train set!
Rick!
Rudolph! 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 Rudolph!
Oh, what is this? Ostriches. Don't tell me you've been roasting them up. What kind of Christmas game allows you to roast ostriches for dinner?
Rudolph! Shake it up, baby.
How did this game come into existence? It isn't even a game. I mean, it's the only interactivity is
moving around and shooting people with a tiny gun. Kieran just told me this was supposed to be a violent game, and yet I haven't seen a single drip of blood. What the shit?
Hey, guess what? I just realized I recorded this entire video and
realized I was playing the Santa patch. Makes the game more Christmas friendly, and the Mo Kids mod was turned off. Must have been some con Filson turn. Now they gave me the real script.
back to the video.
Hey, I'm Justin.
Hey everybody, I'm Vince Desi from Running with Scissors, and it's time to go Postal.
And this is the creator of this garbage he calls a game.
Just recently returned from E3 where we had a super show.
More like a shit show. Postal came out in 1997. Now, for those of you boomers old enough, I bet you can remember at least 5 important events from that year. That's right, that year I made 5 of them movies.
Let's go in while we've got the lights on, which is not the normal condition.
Not the normal condition. What the fuck does that mean? They prefer to work in the dark, like Batman. Also, in the beginning Vince said they were proud of their publisher.
We're proud to say our publisher is Ripcord Games.
Why the fuck did you get proud of a publisher? Unless you take 5 years to find one too. I just showed this previous film to put in context that they were not in the best financial situation during the production of this abomination of a game. The real game is not that much different from the Santa patch, except that there's blue pools, and the enemies leave trails behind when they get down or are wounded. Speaking of blue trails, it really reminds of the film Red Zombie from 1997.
I was 17 years old, and yes, that is ketchup blood. Yes, we used ketchup. And there you go, the most transparent blood you will ever see in a movie.
But wait a minute, that means there's more than 5 movies in 1997. Why did I forget to put Red Zombie on my filmography on the website?
They are the angels of death!
Never mind. The game originally could be played with keyboard controls. But good luck with that if you are used to modern mouse controlled games. Pretty much like other shooters such as Akira Warriors, who move around the screen in a isometric perspective, shooting the enemies to complete the level. And like those games, throwing grenades is a fucking miserable experience. Maybe that's why they give you so many of them to begin with. You can never tell from the perspective if the bomb is gonna overlap the scenery, or ricochet right back at you. There you go. Instead of running to the end of the stage, you must kill a predetermined number of hostile enemies to progress throughout the levels, but you also need to press a specific button to finally move to the next stage. You would normally expect to press enter or escape, mouse or maybe even tab. I think the majority of people never made it past the first stage back in the day because of this. I know I wouldn't. It's F1. The developers are funny about it too, giving an achievement in the Steam version for figuring this hard puzzle solution. Guess the 87% that didn't do it have a BC schedule like me. The controls are kinda awkward because of the camera angle on some stages, making dodging rockets a mind-numbing exercise at some points. Hiss. Fuck. Shit.
Merry Christmas, you
But I'm a skeleton. Thankfully, in the easy difficult, the rockets are more bearable, and in the remastered version of the game, they fixed most of the issues I'm bitch about in this review. The game has an execution button, pretty much like fatalities in Mortal Kombat. And like some NES games, it comes with a suicide button.
Mom, I'm coming home for Christmas.
At least it's pretty straightforward about it. Well, let's explain the soundtrack. Normally you play the game and music is on the background of each stage, right? In Postal, that's partially true. For some levels like the mines, there's always this eerie, atmospheric song in the background which complements the feeling of claustrophobia. There's the famous parade level, in which a musical group is performing in the street, only for the protagonists to murder them like insects. And then the music stops.
Buck. They never liked you. He's at it.
Some levels are filled with the sound of the void, and background atmosphere such as dogs or the wind. And then there are specific parts of a level with a sound trigger attached to it, giving each area its own atmosphere inside of the level. They range from white noise to news broadcast, announcing the rampage of the character.
Reports are coming in from local law enforcement agents of a lone gunman on what appears to be a genocidal shooting spree. It is currently unclear as to his motives or whether he has a particular target, except his assaults have been heavily concentrated on members of the police force. Officers are advising the general public to be on high alert and to stay indoors. Stay tuned for more news as the situation develops.
Some sound triggers even complement each other in a symbiotic kind of way. Makes me think that the devs were trying to give hints to mental state of the character throughout the sound clues in the game. It's kinda cool actually. Speaking of mental illness, there's actual soundtracks for the title cards of each level, and they all sound like they came straight from a nightmare. Each level comes with a brief message about murder. Most people theorize those are the voices of the demons inside of the character head. BTW. Postal Redux is fucking awesome. If you are tired of the recent trend of crappy remakes and remastered, try Postal Redux. It improves so much over the original. Improved graphics, new weapons, skull textures, remastered sounds and voice.
Now that's a boomstick.
Also, an entire new soundtrack for the special Rampage mod. It's a fucking banger.
I don't wanna die!
Wait a minute. Is that a fucking Godzilla reference? Fuck off, game. You know what? I retract what I said in the beginning. The original game is kind of rough around the edges, but the gameplay is solid and feels fun and addicting to play. Some games tried to recreate the shock value from Postal by adding rampages and gore elements to it, but some come of it out of taste, not fun to play, or puss it out of the gore spec. Red Dead 2 is alright though.
Oh, you're a dumb old bunch, ain't you?
Maybe the asshole-ish party will review it someday. Oh well. They came after me because I'm playing fucking Postal. Damn fascist. My name is not important. What is important is that Frankenstein is the name of the doctor. I just fucking hate doing video game content and the fucking fans that watch on its carcass. My whole life is just called Bitter Hagrid, and I always wanted to play a band. This is the time of vengeance and no life worth saving, and I will silence as many as I can. It's time for me to kill, and it's time for me to wait. Time. Little cringe genocide skit billions here.
Population pressure and the stress of modern life make us an increase in violent tendencies. The urban environment is the incubator for all sorts of undesirable behaviors. However much his Revius disturbs us, he may actually consider himself a curator. This is common among those who, in the popular slang, Postal. In his tortured mind, he may feel that he's battling against impossible odds. It is not unusual for such individuals to believe that the entire fate of the world rests with them. In the end, the subject has displayed all the classic symptoms of paranoid delusions. We may never know exactly what set him off, but rest assured, we will have plenty of time to study him.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Look what movie Santa left for us today. Brazil, a black comedy film released in 1985, directed by Terry Gilliam and written by Gilliam, Charles Lecune, and Tom Stoppard. I would like to say sorry for my cranky voice. I have a bit of a cold, but don't worry, it's not COVID. Now, what is this movie about? It's sort of a loose adaptation of George Orwell's 1984. But a bit more crazy. Gilliam, being part of the Monty Python collective, infused the source material with some much-needed humor and directed his own vision. A dark but comedic tale of seeking freedom in a totalitarian state. Know what you're gonna say? Hey, Bames, Brazil isn't a Christmas movie. Well, take a look at the first fucking shot of the movie. See Christmas decorations. And then they go boom. The movie takes place around Christmas time.
Merry Christmas.
So, if any of you still want to argue this point, please send a mail to whocaresdumbfuck@gmail.com. The story starts with a guy named Buttle, who, through a bureaucratic error, is mistaken for an alleged terrorist criminal named Tuttle. And when he is merrily sitting around a Christmas tree with his family, suddenly the fucking military police break into his house and put him into this stranger street. Yeah, they don't fuck around in this movie. The wife gets a receipt, Buttle is rolled away, and that is the last we ever of him. But that's only the lead-in, as the story centers around this other guy named Sam Larry, played by Jonathan Pryce. He is sort of a goof and a bit of a wet, but he has dreams of being a big warrior. He lives a rather comfortable life, thanks to the relations of his mother, but is unhappy and feels misunderstood.
You're not listening to me, Mother.
Eventually, he meets a girl, played by Kim Grice, that he madly falls for. Only problem, she's part of the rebellion, and this gets her into trouble.
I don't know what's going on here.
Brazil has quite a few moments that will make you chuckle, or maybe even laugh. The technology in this movie is very fun in a complicated but inconvenient sort of way. Just look at Larry's Wallace and Gromit-esque apartment, getting coffee all over his morning toast. Also, for a futuristic movie, all the video screens are surely tiny. The art direction of this movie is pretty unique and interesting.
Marvelous. Perfect.
The contrast between the goofy set design and the underlying theme of oppression and state control makes for a weird experience that makes you not sure whether to laugh or whether to cry. The movie isn't perfect though. There are a few scenes that are too on the nose with their cynicism. Like when they keep eating dinner even though a bomb exploded a few feet away. And the pacing is also quite unconventional. Overall, I have to say that, while having its flaws, Brazil manages.
Hey, Bimmy, it's your trusted friend, Inspector Gadget here.
Oh, hello, Inspector Gadget. Glad to see you, sir. Are you here to deliver Giftmas presents?
Not quite, Bimmy. I am sorry to interrupt your review, but I am afraid I can't let you go on like that.
What is it, Inspector Gadget? Did I do something wrong, sir? Please don't call the police.
No, son. I have to show you something your old rival, the Nostalgia Critic, has said about this movie. Look here. Look and listen.
And my #1 favorite movie of all time is Brazil. A lot of you already know this, but if you don't, Brazil is my all-time favorite movie. Why? Because
a
it
dumb
has
Philistine like Doug Walker likes this movie.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right.
But I hate that guy.
That's right. As everyone knows, the nerd and the Nostalgia Critic have a long-lasting rivalry that spans...
No, not talking about the fucking Nostalgia Critic. I hate Doug Walker.
Doug Walker as in the actual person.
That fucking piece of shit. I remember when he was at my house to film a James and Mike Mundy episode. He was an asshole the whole time.
Well, that is...
He didn't want to take off his shoes in the nerd room, and he left dirt stains all over my carpet. That took a long fucking time to get out.
Okay, Bimmy,
I swear to God, he didn't want to use my toilet, and instead opted to take a dump in my backyard. The neighbors were complaining out the smell for days.
That's not okay to do.
Then he fucked my cat. Seriously?
Yeah, I gotta go now.
No wonder Doug Walker likes such shitty movie. Brazil is terrible, and I'm not only talking about the country. The acting, the directing, the sets, all complete phony garbage. The plot doesn't even make sense, and it never resolves properly. The actors do a terrible job. God hate the British. Any more tea with that Gilliam, you fraud?
Gilliam is an American.
My ass is American. Terry Gilliam, more like terrible, silly man. I'd rather have 12 monkeys clog my eyes than watch any more of your movies.
You will never be mentioned in the same breath as other great directors like
Spielberg, Hitchcock, Scorsese, Kubrick, Fellini, Antonioni, Romer, Truffaut, Roth, or even Michael Mann. By it.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Season's greetings. Today we will be reviewing an episode of an old beloved British classic, Mr. Bean. Rowan Atkinson stars as the titular character, an innocent yet mischievous man who always manages to get himself into some sort of farce. Whether it be plagiarizing someone else's written work, dangerous driving, or poor time management, it's all in good fun, and I can relate personally to Mr. Bean's ongoing struggles. The episode begins with Mr. Bean going Christmas shopping. While at the markets, Bean bumps into his girlfriend, Irma God. She's very manipulative and tries to gaslight Bean into buying her an expensive ring for Christmas, despite being aware of his limited income and mental incompetence, shown in prior episodes. I think this scene is quite inappropriate, as it teaches children the wrong values, that taking advantage of people in lesser situations is okay. I certainly would let my kids watch this. Bean then hijacks the Christmas orchestra, steals the town's Christmas tree. I mean, how much more of a bad influence can this guy get?
Oh my god! Fuck!
No wonder the British youth all go around stabbing the garbage out of each other. They were brought up on Mr. Bean. It's clear that this man needs help. I'm so thankful to live in America, where nothing at all like this happens. So, anyways, I digress. Part 2 opens with Mr. Bean hanging out in his British apartment by himself. He doesn't seem to have any friends. Maybe he asked them to help out with something, and then didn't pay them. Guess we'll never truly know. What a miserable life this Mr. Bean leads. Next, he posts some Christmas cards to himself and slams the door in the face of a group of children Christmas caroling. This Mr. Bean is such a despicable cunt. We transition to Christmas Day, and the first thing Mr. Bean does after performing a quick duck stomp that I invented is mutilate his teddy bear. Listen, as a filmmaker, musician, and author, I understand what they are attempting to do here. But this strange variation of comedy that the British do just doesn't fly with me. Bean viciously mutilates his childhood companion. This is like if I went and harmed my beloved dragon. Christmas sucks. Christmas sure sucks for you, Mr. Bean. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bean has a vigorous session of rumby-pumping with the Christmas turkey and loses his wristwatch in the process. Did I miss the memo? This Mr. Bean is some kind of sexual deviant. Irma Gotham pops round for a cup of tea and a shag, I assume. And this unfaithful Mr. Bean is too busy sticking his head up the turkey's ass. Helping to turn this into a threesome, Bean hurries to answer the door. Desperate, getting on the action, Irma Gob hangs up a mistletoe. What follows next is something so shocking, so demented, that I can only ascribe to this Mr. Bean's lust for revenge. Bean sneaks up behind Irma with a saw and she falls to the ground. And suddenly this Christmas special turns in an all-out slasher film. The series has always had some dark undertones. If you look in other episodes, you'll find some hidden clues, such as the license plate on Mr. Bean's car reading SOS 540, meaning Sever Slobs, and 540 meaning the spawn of Satan. Ever notice how in the first Mr. Bean episode, his car is red, and then in later shows, it's the iconic green? This is because Mr. Bean is secretly a Satanist. He gets away with all of these dangerous deeds because the public know he is too powerful to stop. I cannot believe this. It was right under our noses this entire time. This is a true Christmas conspiracy. Mr. Bean has tricked us all. We're the jesters and this is the core. The British have got to know that Mr. Bean is a time-traveling, satanic manipulator and has plotted the downfall of humankind since the dawn of time. This is what the dragon in my dreams has tried to warn me about all along.
James, it's time to wake up.
Hey, I'm Justin.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rowe.
Of the asshole-ish variety.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I've never even played Sonic 1 or 2, let alone 3. But I got so many requests to review some old fucking Sonic games and hear it. So, as many of you assholes know, I didn't grow up in a Sonic household. And my house was a Super Nintendo household. And my friends had a Sega household. No blast processing for me. Wikipedia told me that this game is split in 2 cartridges. Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. And you have to fucking stack the games like a fucking game genie to play the full game. So we are going to do that full fucking force. But first, a word from our sponsor. Let me tell you about the shitty game makers that paid me make you believe that I still play games or I'm a fucking gamer. Guess what? Not get 5 bullshit loot box with the code BALLS on the dick. Get all 5 of them. Remember, use the code BALLS on the dick to play this shitty game. I am the dick with the money, and you're the balls. So here's the title screen. Very colorful, as you might expect from Sonic. The game lets you choose to play with any of the characters individually or the classic Sonic and Tails combo. Also, you can save your game kinda like Zelda. Anyways, let's go. Start the game, you goddamn forsaken piece of shit. You can't skip the intro, but you can pause the intro. That will teach you. So here's the first stage. After a long-ass intro we're playing, and it's pretty standard side-scroller Sega Genesis, and you can get shields and some special moves for them. That's cool. Also, in the screen there is your score. Fucking time, which nobody likes, in your rings. Like all Sonic games, each time you get hit, you lose your rings. If you get hit while having 0 rings, you die. Well, again, ring makes total sense. What is this? Now there is a third-person perspective in 3D. What is going on? Destructions popped up in 2 seconds. I only can move in between the tiles. What the fuck was that shit? Am I back to the level? No other chance. No continues. Fuck this. Never imagined to get mad to a supposedly good Sonic game. But fuck man, it's not like Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. I love that game. Fuck Sega. So, in the way you find these fucking star poles or something, and if you have a certain amount of coins, you get this star solar system, and you get into a bonus stage, which this one is a casino matching. Fucking shit. First bonus stage and lost all my coins. Shit the fuck. At the end of the first act, there is a minibus. And for the second act, you face Eggman. Go fuck yourself, you faded slob. Second stage, Hydrosity. It's your typical water level. In this stage, you need to take into consideration your oxygen while being underwater. And it's not like Mario where you can clearly... Second stage, Hydrosity. It's your typical water level. What the shit? Died before he even touched the ground. That is bullshit. Anyways, in this stage, you need to take into consideration your oxygen while being underwater. You can refill it by touching these bubbles. And it's not like Mario where you can clearly see how much oxygen he has left. Instead, you have these numbers and that pop up sometimes. And the terrible, anxiety-inducing music when you're about to drown. Why did they do this? Don't they know that I have more kids? I mean, you know, I can't have anxiety, you know. Also, you know, anyways, so don't gonna get emotional, you know. Since more kids have a pool and, you know, I have to, you know, watch them out, you know. Now, you know, I have to remove the pool, you know. I don't want them to drown, you know. I mean, like Sonic did. Anyways. Second act, the same shit. You face Eggman at the end and you defeat him before you get your ass handed to you. Third stage, it's just your generic sand/jungle level. What is this? You can bounce on the spikes. What kind of sorcery is this? You get hit by any other spikes, but in this stage the spikes don't hurt you. And now the spikes hurt you. What a bunch of motherfucking bullfuck. Whoever changed the rules without telling you it's a cocksucker sucks cock. Why so many spikes and enemies? They give you no time to read? I mean, you know, I have no kids. Why did this game want me to suffer? By the end of the second act, you face Eggman again. Fuck, there goes the floor. You can't help but think on 9/11 and those TV images Ground Zero of Baghdad being devastated by war. You beat the slob, and there it is. This is the final abomination of Mencken. This stage destroys any bullshit matter and turn it into dust. More bullshit than Jekyll and Hyde, Darkwing Duck, and so on. So, as you can see, this is your typical casino slash circus slash carnival stage. The level is full of those bouncy things, balling in these fucking barrels. Oh boy, I have more to tell you about them. You defeat the first minibus, which hurts itself. Finally, we are going to experience one of the most horseshit moments in video game history. Carnival Night Zone Act 2 is the deep sentence of this disaster of electronic dumpster fire. I wonder why everyone is not talking about this game assness. So here we go. Knuckles blows the foos of the stage and kill the lights. You keep going and then you restore the energy, and now prepare yourself to get stuck in an endless turd coming out of your dick. This is the infamous barrel, and they never tell you how to pass it. I don't know what to do. The physics and the energy do not help. I mean, I'm trying everything, as you can see, jumping again. And having tells doesn't help you that much. Fucking shit, I'm running out of time. It's past 5:40 and the alarm didn't go off. There might be a chance to pass it. And before you call me a moron for not checking the manual, I did it. And now, take a wild guess about what I found. Absolutely fucking nothing. What a fatal flaw! You can't pass the barrel, but there are 2 more stages to go. You have the fucking Knuckles part. A shit ton of game that you can't play because of this bullcrap. What were they thinking? But I found something interesting on the manual. Remember those event rings? Those are special stages where you can get the elusive emeralds that can make Sonic turn into Super Saiyan. They plagiarized Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Balls, and the Super Saiyan. They got away with it. Come on, Sega. That is bottom of the barrel move. You can't plagiarize stuff. Then you have your own ideas. Why don't you look up for help? Oh, this game. This was the famous Sega does what Nintendo. This game is fucking all sauce. You rather have your wife bust your balls after 5:40 than keep playing this turd. I'd rather watch Matt T. Titty fuck Ryan than seeing any fucking barrel again. Big Ryan fan, BTWV. You'd rather get the garbage stabbed out of you by some drunken man than keep going on this content of the asshole-ish variety. I'd rather get bored by Krusty Justy and spend any other than a second of this bumbling diarrhea dog fuck. These barrels are as bad as a fucking tough 80s with desk being drill fucked by some specky scat-loving middle-aged nerd with no time. I'd rather choke on some fucking Doritos or Skittles. I'd rather get fart knocked by a 10-incher while watching the AVGN movie on movie without subtitles. Anyway, I would rather hear an 8-hour Rex Viper concert than listen to Spank Boobies reviews. It was shit back then, and it is shit right now. Well, I hope you all like this review of the asshole-ish variety. To be fair, this game wasn't as bad as you kill and hide. It's kinda bullshit. No, it's not bullshit. It's fucking shitball. Anyways, I have one more thing to address since we are in the holiday season. The final question. Sonic 3 a Christmas game? I would say, yes, it is. Because, you know, in some parts in the world, when Christmas arrives, they are in summer, so it's fucking hot as hell. In this case, Tangerine Zone represents that sentiment. Here in the States, the waiter is cold as a witch nipple, and there is a ice stage here, so, what do you know? It's a Christmas game. Still unconvinced. Well, the game was released in 1994, the same year that the Christmas classic movie The Christmas Carol was released. So, it's a Christmas game. Isn't that enough? Here's more. No, that the villain in the Sonic games is a fat-ass bald slob named Dr. Eggman, who gives you the Christmas gifts of Santa. And who is that? Well, there's a fucking fat-ass slob with no hair dressed in red just like Eggman. In conclusion, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is a Christmas game. Hope you all are fine. Merry Christmas. And have nothing but good memories all around. Celebrate with the people you love. And not playing shitty fucking games. Well, only one prison left. Wanna take a peek? Yeah, let's take a peek. No.
of the asshole-ish variety.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells and snow.
Wow.
We actually did it. We made it through 11 episodes of this shit. And this is it. This is gonna be the final thing we review. You know, it's a little sad that it's gonna end, but whatever, let's check this shit out and finish it off with a fucking bang.
Welcome to Extra Inning.
Oh, you can't be fucking serious. A sports game. Really? I was expecting something big, but this is all I get. Well, maybe it'll be fun. I don't really know how to play baseball, though. I guess I'll just figure it out as I play. Well, you can edit teams. And look, that's me. I wonder if someone left their shitty team names on the cartridge. Okay, so we picked a stadium and... What the fuck? Bootsy commentate. And what's with all these fucked up ones? Man, this is some weird shit. I think this is just baseball, and I'm getting my ass kicked. What else was there to be expected? Like, come on. Like, can I run quicker? I don't like sport games anyway, so what the fuck? Why wouldn't you give this to me? What a fucking asshole! Fuck this game! Fuck you, Santa! Fuck Christmas! I'm sorry for all that, guys. Fuck, it's 5:40 anyways. Well, I'm heading off to sleep. Thanks for sticking around for the reviews. Merry shit, man. Holy shit, where the fuck am I? Hello. What the fuck?
Come with me and you'll be...
Hey James, or am I talking to Bimmy?
Bootsy, is that you? What the fuck is going on?
Don't worry, this is a dream. I want to show you something. Let's go back to the past where there is nothing but good memories.
Bootsy, what are you doing?
Imagination will begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise,
You remember, right? Back when we used to do this together. Those were the days. Sadly, we are slow on time to reminisce, but I know you're in there, Jimmy. Expect more guests soon. I believe that he'll pull through. Goodbye.
No, Bootsy. Come back. I miss you. I miss all of you.
there is no life I know to compare with a pure imagination living there.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck. What the shit is going on now? Holy shit, Ginger. What the fuck are you doing?
James, how about we go through the hottest moments on the channel in the past 2 years? Let's go.
And I'll even address a few complaints of the asshole-ish variety. Fuck! 540 right now. There goes the asshole-ish onion.
Guess not. 5 of them. 5 of them. Last action hero or last action hero? Last action hero.
Wait, there's a difference? Wait, say it again?
Somebody fucked up. My apologies. Even though I'm not the one who did it.
How did it get like this? But I don't want to be Bimmy.
Move the glow.
I just continue. I'm gonna fight this thing. He just didn't get the mastermind of the poem. Ryan, could you let everyone know? You're all fired. I don't need your time anymore. I'll learn to make my own.
Snow fills the fields we used to know, and the little park where we would go sleeps far below in the snow. It's all over and you're gone, but the memory lives on.